Hi everybody, this is Gijs again, and this is not a review video, it's not a tutorial, but it's just the last video of this year. Yes, it's the 31st of December 2021. And like my neighbor said, because I was not planning to do this video, he said, are you going to do a sort of New Year's video to wish everybody a Happy New Year? And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But he convinced me that I should do it. So maybe it's only for him, but I think it's also for all of you. Because for me, this has been quite a crazy year. It's the second year for me in the pandemic. And in the first year, I lost quite some commercial business. Let me put some more wood on the fire, because I love making campfires, as you probably know. The pandemic, it's in what I do. Normally I shoot videos for travel companies and there's not a lot of traveling going on. I do a lot of clinics and workshops. There's not a lot allowed by the Dutch government because we're not allowed to be with a lot of people in a group together. So last year was a bad year already, and basically this one was actually the same and maybe a little bit worse. But because of YouTube, because all of you, I had really a fantastic year. Because this year I started at something like 9,900 something subscribers to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who follow me for quite a while, you know that in the end of April I've lost my voice. I did not do videos for about 5 months. But 2 days ago, I hit the 20,000 mark on my YouTube channel. So this year I gained 10,000 subscribers. So to all the newbies, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel this year, because this was the year that I probably needed it the most. Because it's not been a really great year, but with all of you supporting me, newbies and the oldies, I really have got the feeling that I'm doing something with a purpose. Now, since I'm speaking to you, my voice is back. It came back somewhere in late November. So I've been doing videos since that again, mostly every week, which is quite a tough job, to be totally honest, if you want to do very decent reviews. And I am about decent independent reviewing. So if this is the first video that you see me, then watch the crud video that I did 2 weeks ago. I'll put the link in the description up here, and also the one of my favorite playlists somewhere in the description below. I like this kind of reviewing, independent, investigative journalism, really looking at a product, trying it outdoors, but also what's the manufacturer about? Are they manufacturing what they do in a sustainable way? And this takes a lot of effort, and it's not getting me any money, because I do my reviews for free, because that's how I stay independent. Now, for next year, if the pandemic is going to last a lot longer, I need to find another way of getting some income. There are a lot of ways, but I like making videos. I like YouTube. YouTube has been very kind to me. So what I'm going to do next year, and I would really like to have your opinion on this, so please post it in the comment section below. Since the pandemic, I had quite some brands asking me, can you hear this song, by the way? You too. This one is playing on my JBL, how do you call this? Box? I found this one in the River Waal, which is about 300 meters from my house that way. It was halfly submerged in the water. And when I cleaned the mud off it and I connected it to my iPhone, it was playing, and it's giving this nice sort of crackling sound like you have with these old gramophones. And I really love this JBL. And they're playing the top 2000, which is basically the top 2000 songs in the Netherlands at this moment, that have been chosen by Dutch listeners to Radio 2. So it has a lot of music from the 70s and the 80s in there, a lot of classics. And this is something that most people in the Netherlands listen to this from the last days of the year until 12 o'clock this evening, and then they play basically the winner, which is the #1 top song, and it's the same as for a long period already. It's the Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen, of course, which is an absolutely great song. Now, where was I before I went to that one? I was talking about a way of finding income. Now, what I'm going to do, a lot of brands ask me, Gijs, if we want to support you and we're not allowed to pay you for your reviews, is there another way to support you? Would you be able to do, for example, factory visits? And I've been thinking about this. And when I used to work for the Outdoor magazine here in the Netherlands a few years ago, I always did reviews, totally 100% independent, but because we had an advertisement company, of course, in the publishing house, they also asked me to do factory visits, because that's a nice way to be polite to people who advertise in a magazine. It's a nice balance how to keep everybody happy and everybody alive. And I was like, okay, this might be a good idea to do this in video as well. So I've been talking to quite a few brands by now. So next year I will be starting with factory visits. And in these factory visits, of course, they're paying me some money to make the videos, because it takes labor, which I cannot spend on, for example, making reviews or other stuff. But of course, I will still be Gijs, a very independent guy who's very curious about everything, who's asking polite but also impolite questions. And also a lot in those factory visits about how sustainable is a brand, what is sustainability, where are they heading in the future. So that's something that I'm going to do for next year, and I would really appreciate if you leave a comment below to say what you think of the balance between my reviewing and maybe also thinking a little bit more on the commercial side of things. Because if I'm not getting a little bit more commercial in this respect, what can I do? I probably have to cancel the channel in a few years' time, because shooting videos, the time that I spend in it, the equipment that I buy, it takes a lot of effort and money, and I need to get this out of the videos in one way or the other. So if you've got other suggestions how I can make some money, then please also leave it down in the comment section. If it's going to be like discounts on products that I review with discount codes or whatever, I'm not into this. So if you've got any ideas, then please let me know, because this year 22 is going to be a very important year for me in this respect. Now, I have my very nice Belgian beer here, and it's there for, of course, a purpose, because we are going into this transition from 22 into 20. Because we're going into this transition from 21 into 22. And what you can't see, but there in my garden, there are some friends, and there's of course my family. They are waiting for me, because when the clock hits, somebody thinks it's New Year's already, and it's not even allowed in the Netherlands at the moment. Of course, I'm going to bring a very nice toast to everybody for a very healthy, very prosperous, and also a very safe 2022. So let me finish this video with the words that I always say in every video. Enjoy the outdoors and stay safe. Ciao, ciao. And something that I never said. Cheers. Well, maybe I said it once. Up yours. And have a wonderful 22.